They say a picture is worth 1,000 words, but one in particular has sparked a conversation among millions. You've likely seen it by now. After weeks away from the public eye following abdominal surgery, Kate Middleton posted this picture of her with her children, but people were quick to point out some irregularities, saying it was photoshopped. A day after those questions were raised, the Prince and Princess of Wales posted to X saying, like many amateur photographers, I do occasionally experiment with editing. I wanted to express my apologies for any confusion the family photograph we shared yesterday caused. So the princess admits to altering the photo, but only after several media sources, such as the Associated Press, had already pulled the photo. Jennifer Smith from the American Graphics Institute joins us now to talk about that picture in question. Jennifer, thank you so much for joining us.
Absolutely. Thank you.
So, Jennifer, I'm sure you've seen the photo at this point, and to many of us, it may have seemed perfectly normal. I didn't notice anything wrong at first glance, but what were some giveaways that you noticed at first in terms of editing?
Okay. So there were the obvious things that just with the naked eye that you could see, and that was the fact that the two hands had a different set of focus. The one on the left was kind of blurry. The other one on the right was not. There are all sorts of opinions as to why there's not a wedding ring on Kate, and it could even be that that hand was perhaps cloned from another source that did not have the ring on it. There was the sleeve of Charlotte that definitely had some leftover pixels there from some sort of retouching, and it looked like the skirt had been added after the picture had been taken, because there were definitely some edges along the way. And then there's forensic software that's free to use. And so I did look at it, the photograph in the forensic software, and you definitely see signs of cloning, of where people have gone in and copied pixels from perhaps another picture. It's incredibly easy to take a face from one picture and clone it into another. It is so easy that I think a lot of people think that it's a kind of a seamless kind of procedure that you can do and nobody's going to know, but you actually do see the edges of the pixels. Forensic software picks it up, but in this case, obviously people were picking it up just by looking at it with the naked eye.
And so what does that tell you about the photograph itself, that it showed up, that there was possible cloning? Is it possible that one of the four family members in that photo wasn't actually in the original photo?
Oh boy, I would hate to take a guess, but I see a lot of things out there right now, and it could be that maybe they did take the picture, but perhaps Kate didn't look as healthy as she wanted to, and she took some, a face from another picture. But it looks like it's actually more than that, because it looks like the children, some of the clothing has been cloned. And when I looked in the forensic software, I could actually see Charlotte's sweater glowing a little bit, which indicates that that was added at a later point, not with the original photograph. So
yeah,
again, that's just my opinion.
And you bring up an interesting point there too, because I think a lot of us have wondered that, what level of familiarity does someone have to have with the photo editing software to Photoshop a picture like this? I guess my other question too is, is it possible that AI was used and not just Photoshop to make this picture?
Quite possibly, but I think it looks like it's been hand done. I think that it looks like it was most likely done by a person using the tools in Photoshop.
And not out of the question that Kate did in fact do this herself.
She'd have to be pretty good to do this. I mean, it wasn't a great job, but it definitely wasn't somebody just looking at Photoshop for the first time. They had to know the tools to do this.
Very interesting. Jennifer, thank you so much for joining us and providing your responses today.
Absolutely. Take care.